Hi, Steve Cox here with T1. Thanks for taking the time to take a quick look at our ACH payment gateway, or what I like to call our ACH transaction management solution. Please feel free to give us a call anytime, and we would be happy to schedule a go-to meeting with you and give you a more in-depth look at the platform along with all of its capabilities. But for now, we'll take a quick high-level tour. First and foremost, I believe the best selling point of this platform, aside from its functional capabilities, is its ability to be private labeled for any merchant or processor out there. As far as security and authentication are concerned, each user would be required to enter a unique PIN code to access the system. The system also supports tokenization. On the right side of the home screen here, you'll find the daily transaction overview, which displays a variety of information including manually initiated transactions performed here in the gateway, web-initiated transactions performed by an end user or a consumer that would data enter their information into a merchant's website, for instance, any returns to review, and several other processing related items. Creating a transaction is very simple. It's just a matter of data entering the information here in the required fields. Our platform supports all standard entry class code types, including those that aren't listed here, ARC, BOC, RCK, Check 21 transactions as well. All transactions are loaded into an administrative area or window called Ready to Process. It is here that an administrator can verify account information before actually sending transactions to the processor. It's a really nice check and balance. And of course, for all of those merchants who wish to automate these processes, we can predetermine the daily time of which all transactions in the Ready to Process window will automatically be sent for processing. After transactions are submitted for processing, they can be found here in the Sent to Processor window. You'll find both transactions, both the consumer debit of $49.95 and the offsetting merchant credit transaction of $49.95 as well, to be credited to their depository bank. The platform certainly supports the uploading or importing of batch files as well. There's several existing file formats that the system recognizes, or one may create their own custom file format. Mapping a custom file format is relatively simple too. For instance, your Excel format has the account name in column 1. Let's say the bank routing number in column 2, the bank account in column 3, and so on. There's several different fields that can be mapped and included in the transaction record as well. Does your file contain a header? Do you use decimals in your Excel or CSV file? After mapping your custom file format, simply add it to the system. As far as recurring billing is concerned, we can create some highly customized recurring payment schedules, including weekly, bi-weekly payments. We can do custom payments where it may be every 10 days a consumer's debited. Most commonly, merchants have monthly membership dues or recurring payments, which would take place every month or in only selected months. They can be fixed payments where it would be on every first of the month, for instance, or very flexible in which on every second Wednesday a payment would be debited from a consumer's account if that particular merchant's business model lended itself to that type of billing. After creating a payment schedule, we would simply add a consumer to the particular payment plan. Selecting the schedule here, monthly membership dues, installment payments, monthly billing, whatever you would name it. Decide how many payments in that schedule, if it were in fact installment payments. Let's say 2 payments, it would be a grand total of $99.90. Or if they were ongoing payments, we would select that here. Enter all the consumer's information and simply add it to the system. And that individual consumer's payment plan information would be found here under the active payment plan list. And it would be here where a consumer's payment plan could be modified or eventually deleted. Adding users is a very simple process. We designate the merchant or the principal of the business as the site user or master administrator, and they can add as many users as they choose. Let's say in a call center environment, they would be adding customer service representatives. They would simply data enter that information here and set all the permissions that go along with each individual application user, including the transaction types that they're allowed to process, the transaction limits that they're allowed to process for both single transaction and daily limits, and whether or not the application user would be allowed to view sensitive consumer information, including ABA and account numbers in both the application and reports. The merchant can also set permissions in regards to the reports allowed for a customer service representative to actually view in the system as well. Lastly, the platform provides merchants the ability to view several different transaction activity reports, including batch summaries, net settlement reports, return reports, and transaction reports by date and batch. And that actually concludes our quick tour of our ACH payment platform. Please feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. We'd be happy to coordinate a go-to meeting with you, walk through the platform once again on a one-on-one basis. With that being said, thank you so much for your time. Talk to you soon.